Good evening, good afternoon, good night, and good morning. Welcome to another episode of Millionaire Man Cave right here on Relationship Entertainment Television. We appreciate y'all for tuning in because you could have chose to be anywhere, but you chose to be right here with us on RETV on a Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Y'all could have been anywhere else because there's a lot of stuff that's going on, but we appreciate y'all for tuning in. Without any further ado, let's go ahead and get into this since we're already running late. I couldn't do the show without the fellas that's on the screen with me right about now. As always, my brother from another mother, Millionaire Mike, is in the building. What's going on, Mike? How you feeling tonight, bro?
What up, Cap? Chilling. Got my Washington cup. Got me a little bit of drinky drink, and I'm chilling.
That's what's up. I know you celebrated your homecoming and your birthday this weekend. How was that for you?
Yeah. Oh man, that was I can't even say nothing. It was awesome. I mean, it was good to get back to Winston-Salem State. Hadn't been there for a homecoming in like 20 years. So that was good. And then that game night was epic. How the kids say, it was a movie.
Gotcha.
I mean, everybody on this screen except for one was there. He said he'll catch us next time, though. Gotcha. But nah, I mean, dog, I think everybody that left said that they had not laughed that hard for a long time.
Yep. It was a good night. I think it was a very good night. I appreciated the invite for coming over, to be coming over to celebrate your big 5-0. So we would appreciate you and the missus. Definitely. But as always, straight out of the DMV, what's going on with you, Mr. Reasonable, aka Donnell? How you feeling tonight?
I'm doing good, man. I'm chilling. Coming back down from my high from homecoming, bro.
Gotcha.
My weekend was epic as well. I must say. Haven't seen some faces in the last 20 years. And yeah.
So this was both of y'all first time in 20 years back to homecoming. Y'all ain't been to homecoming.
So, I think he's been since I've been.
So I think I went to homecoming in 2017. But I didn't partake in any of the like tailgating or anything like that. I only went.
So you ain't paid for it. You ain't paid for it.
Hmm?
You
went to the game.
Tailgating's free.
Right. I'm losing light here. There you go.
He said he didn't tailgate.
You need to be anonymous when you speak.
Yeah, but last time I went was the same year we graduated.
Well, to say, we went in 2003. We went in 2003. I specifically remember that because I just remember getting thrown out a Kappa party. I don't even know why.
03? That wasn't 02?
Oh, you know what? That was 02. So we graduated and went back for homecoming.
Right.
Got you. Yep, you're right.
Inquiring minds want to know how you get thrown out of Kappa party.
Messing with him?
No, that's not true.
And he is a Kappa. So if Mike was with Mike, you are a Kappa. So how that?
Hey, look, I just remember Mike saying, "But it's my party, though."
It sounds like I was twisted, don't it?
It sounds like you don't remember. That's what it sounds like.
I don't remember it. Yeah, I don't remember it.
All I know is I was probably dancing with some shorties that I ain't never talked to in a day of my life.
Strobe light.
Gotcha. Also out of the DMV, straight out of the DMV, John, Mr. Old Fashioned, is in the building. What's going on with you, John, tonight? How you feeling?
I'm chilling. You know, it's Tuesday. Always love being able to be here with the guys. You know what I'm saying? Sitting out here in the tent. The only way I camp. You know what I'm saying? Loving life.
How
Good.
was your homecoming?
What?
When is your homecoming? When is your homecoming?
I don't know. I don't go to homecoming.
I thought you said, John. I thought you said it was like 2 weeks ago, and you ain't go.
Oh yeah, right. You're right. That's right. But I don't go. So
Why you don't go?
It's a long trip up to Connecticut, man.
Oh, is that where you went to school?
Way.
You went to school in Connecticut. For some reason, I thought you went to school in like West Virginia somewhere.
West Virginia. What the hell?
Hell of a
I went to school where there wasn't that many black people. I wasn't the only black person.
I don't know where you went to school. It's all I don't know where you went to school.
And actually, Concord is full of black people, black and Latino people everywhere in Concord. In Connecticut, in Hartford, Connecticut. Sorry, Hartford, Connecticut got tons and tons of black.
What is
black
that beeping noise? Am I tripping?
That's me. That's me.
Oh.
John trying to keep his power on. That's all. John trying to keep.
I think I got too much going on in here today.
He keep blowing circuits.
I'm blowing circuits.
Oh, that's the first perspective.
Yeah, I got it. I think I got it under control though.
What you got? Like, heater and a light and what else? TV
and the computer.
Heater, light, the computer plugged in. You know what I'm saying? Trying to keep the power going. You know,
are you on your deck or at the bottom?
I'm on the deck. I'm up top.
Damn.
Somebody was like, "Why don't you put it down in the backyard?" I said, "If I walk in there one night and I find a person in my tent, I'm gonna be pissed."
That part.
You live in the PJs, John?
No, it ain't even got nothing to do with that. It's like the opportunity for somebody to be like, "Ooh, there's a tent out there." They might just come in and hang out.
Hey, you can't evict them. You
Right.
can't give them 30 days nothing.
Squatters.
They got squatters. Right.
You can evict them if you got a gun.
You right.
You better be careful with PG. They might got one too.
Right? So
real facts. But why you don't go to homecoming, John?
The time of year just don't work for me. Like that's why I didn't come down to North Carolina. Because I always have to work. Working in schools, like it's always something. And it just so happened that everybody wanted to plan something. I'm on the board at another school. They had an event on Saturday. I had to be there for that. And then I had to be at a work event for my job on Sunday evening. So I was like, plus somebody got to watch the kids. You know what I'm saying? So, baby, daddy on duty. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna say nothing, but from what I saw, your kids was with your sister.
Yeah, because I was working all day Saturday. That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
I had to be somewhere all day Saturday. Then I had the kids that night. Like, you know, they was with me. And then the next day we went to church. Me and the boys went to church. Trey read the scripture at church that day, and like then had to rush out of here that evening. Bobette wasn't even home. So
gotcha. That's what's up.
Daddy duty all the time.
All the time. Let's go ahead and get into
How about you, Ty?
What about me? What about me?
This
How you
weekend,
doing, man?
Oh man, I had absolutely no plans on going to homecoming, to be honest with you. Absolutely none at all. But I got talked into going, considering somebody got me a free ticket to the game, and I made a deal that I couldn't get out of, so I went ahead and went to homecoming, and went ahead and after that, shot down to Charlotte to celebrate Mike's birthday with Mike. So the weekend was decent. We chilled out on Sunday, watched the game. Weekend was decent. Yeah, that's
the game wasn't decent.
Game wasn't nothing at all. But it's Washington. I've always learned to not get my hopes up with Washington because it is what it is. You be bound for disappointment. Mess around with Washington Commanders, bound for disappointment. But I can't find myself rooting for no other team, so it is what it is. Hell, honestly, I was surprised Winston won on Saturday. Because Winston ain't that great of a team either. They like what 3 and 4, and they ain't won. I don't think they even 500, but they second in their division. But,
Who they play?
St. Aug. Yeah, they won by like 5 points, so it was decent. Nicole said Friday night was the best. She had a good time at your party too, Mike.
Oh, I appreciate it.
Yeah,
Thank you for coming through.
Exactly.
Hold up. She said Friday night. That game night was Saturday night.
Oh shit!
She must have missed Saturday.
She must have missed
Friday
Saturday.
night.
Yeah, she must have been. Well, I don't even know what Friday night was. Ain't nobody asked Facebook user to come in here tell them about. They know I'm glad I went. I know who Facebook user is. Hey John, go cut the power off on the inside of your house. We don't need them making no more comments on. No, I did have a good time. Thanks, Yvette, for getting me the free ticket to homecoming.
I ain't getting no free ticket to homecoming.
Hey, my bad. I don't know if I was supposed to tell that part, but I got a free ticket to homecoming. I know
where I stand down that down the org chart.
You must be right next to me on the org chart there.
They pay your
due. When is it due? When is it due?
Every month. No, I don't know how that shit. Once a year, I don't know how they do it.
Listen.
In order to get out of the bar, because they got a $1,000 tab that they ain't pay, so you got to pay your dues.
It might be a new list.
But wait, how you gonna tell me to pay my dues? And Ty live in Charlotte, and this is a DMV alumni.
We ain't talking about me right now. We ain't talking about me right now. We ain't talking about me right now. She said July 1st.
She said July 1st. And she ain't even a treasurer no more, but she's still trying to collect your money.
That means it's going into her pockets. I mean, that's going to pay John and them light bill. That's what that's going to be. You taking John out on a date with your dude.
While they got her hands in everybody else's pockets.
Right.
Y'all gonna
get
stop
your hand out of my pocket. Like Malcolm X.
Y'all stop doing Yvette like that.
And he's sticking up for.
I got your back. Why? If your husband don't got your back, I got your back. Why? John,
this is a Winston-Salem State thing. I ain't go to that school, so y'all argue amongst yourselves.
You peasants who went to
HBCU. You ain't paying the bills at the restaurant you go to. You know what I'm saying? Then you're getting free tickets for stuff. I don't know what y'all got.
You sound like you got a lot. You sound like you got a lot of intel to the person who ain't been to Winston-Salem.
She said her name's still on the accounts. Unfortunately.
What you say that John?
What now? That's what you talking about? About what?
Huh?
About the information that I have?
You schooling me.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this. She might have been a treasurer in name, but I'm the one with the math skills. Okay, I'm the one who know how to use an Excel spreadsheet. You know.
Sound like he throwing some shade.
I'm about to say shots fired.
Hey,
I had to train her up a little bit. You know, I just had to train her up a little bit.
John, I'm trying to go to your homecoming with a brick. Then our bills will absolutely be paid.
Hey, so
That's right.
The next year's Man Cave trip will be the Trinity College homecoming up in Connecticut.
We're going to Hartford.
John Team PWI. Matter of fact,
that's right.
For Mike's birthday, Mike took pictures with everybody who went to a PWI.
Yeah, we took a PWI flick.
Yeah,
so I was like, I can't be an HBCU snob. I do hang out with PWI folks too.
Yeah.
You could have.
Yeah, you could have. Let's go ahead and get into words to the wise for the night. What you got for words to the wise, Donnell?
Oh man, 'tis the season. 'Tis the season, ladies. So if you trying to pick out a Halloween costume for your man, I got you right here. I got you. No. Wrong picture.
Flip.
No, not that one. Not that one.
The ghost picture. The ghost picture.
Oh, the ghost joint. You want the wait, you said for the man though.
Right.
You said for the man. So for the man, you want
I said a Halloween costume for your man.
Oh,
right.
for your man. I thought you meant you want your man to wear.
Oh,
I was about to
snap.
say, dog, because you don't want your man to wear that.
This is what we looking for right here. What happened to Ty?
he
shit.
cut himself off.
Didn't he?
He was like,
He
boo.
was like, F y'all.
My bad. You know,
He scared himself out the
Put that
picture.
back up.
technical difficulties. When I seen that picture, I got a little nervous there for a second.
He was trying to blow it up.
There you
It says looking for early costumes.
There you go.
It says, you can't go wrong with what?
Wrong.
Boobies.
Boobies. With boobies.
Boo.
Hey, matter of fact, I seen
It's an excellent costume.
I seen something.
Who you telling?
I seen one very similar earlier. What is joining? I gotta find it. Damn it. Anyway, go ahead. Words to the wise. While I find it, words to the wise. Go ahead.
And if you really want to get down with the costume,
You got another one?
I got another one.
And it wasn't the dude in the wait a minute. You got this one right here.
Yeah.
Whoa.
That's what we doing with the costume. You feel me?
God, dog.
Oh my.
God, dog.
Make me clutch my pearls.
That's
Word to the wise. That's the type of costume they throwing out there.
Word to the wise. Get you a costume that look like that right there, man. Don't come out here. Don't come out here with no with no lettuce and tomato.
Hey, as long as your face is covered. Nobody knows who you are.
We ain't wearing no bacon and egg costume.
Why that Klansman on there?
That's what I was looking at too, honestly. Nicole say KKK vibes. No thanks. No thanks.
I'll take it.
And Waved says on that note, good night.
Done.
So I was in
Keep watching to get better.
I was like in the 10th or the 11th grade. I can't remember which one. And I took a sheet and cut out some eyes and walked around with a costume like that. Not without the front end though that picture had.
You was Tyrone Biggums.
But yeah, I was a 6-foot dude walking around in a sheet.
Why?
Cause I didn't feel like doing a costume, but I still wanted to go try to get some candy.
Say Conda Lang rice. Sound like a Mexican dish.
Y'all take y'all kids Halloween
Trick or treating. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. This year, my daughter is going to a friend's house though to go trick or treating with them. But yeah, pretty much we do.
Gotcha. John, you take your kids trick or treating too? I know Darnell, your kid's too old. Probably. Your kid's too old, Darnell?
Yeah, they too old. You know,
my wife take them.
My youngest is in the 7th grade.
That don't mean nothing. It's grown ass teenagers.
My daughter in the 6th grade, she's still going.
I'm about to say it's trick or treating. It's grown teenagers around here to be trick or treating.
And I'm about to say I trick or treated until I was in high school.
Them kids don't even put on costume. They just show up at the door talking about trick or treat.
Well, I'll just say this: my daughter
with a pillowcase.
Girl is mature,
right?
You know what I'm saying? So she's not doing that.
Gotcha. Your son just don't give a damn.
Oh, my son?
Yeah.
I mean, it's his birthday, but he not going no trick or treating.
Oh, he going on Halloween? Gotcha.
Yes, sir.
Got you.
Yeah, he was.
He can go get the free candy then.
But it was a night like a free. Yeah, I was about to say it's a free night to hang out for us.
Right.
That's why I still trick or treated in high school.
Right.
Now for me, I still had football practice.
On a similar, well, it depends. Would it depend on what day of the week it fell on? Because a lot of times it don't fall on the weekday.
Like on a Saturday.
Yeah, like if it's on a Saturday or Friday. Well, Friday you probably just playing. But
honestly, word up. Like I don't really remember it being, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sure it was on a, you know what I'm saying, like on a, and I think I heard like if it fell on a Sunday, they didn't celebrate it on Sunday. They still did it on Saturday, at least up this way.
Right.
I don't remember.
I think once upon a time, to your point, Mike, like I don't think I went trick or treating. I just think that I was kind of more like a chaperone to like the kids in the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? Because it used to get a little rough. You know. So
Pretty much. Kids used to be out there fighting people, taking kids' bags and running.
You know what I never saw though? I ain't never seen no razor blades. And they always talking about, like when we was young, talking about be careful of the razor blades.
In the candy.
People giving out daggone edibles for Christmas or for Halloween. People ain't giving, man, you ain't giving away no good edibles for no damn Halloween to no little kids, man. Razor blades, edibles, ain't none of that real.
Right.
I mean, it might not happen. It might not have happened in our neck of the woods, but like I'm sure somewhere, you know what I'm saying? They might not look like us.
Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what it is.
You know, we got one neighbor in our neighborhood. I swear they must spend all year just buying like Happy Meals and kids meals, because they give away the kids meals toys.
They may work if they work at McDonald's. So my son used to work at Sonic, right? And what he would do, I'm giving it away because he don't work there no more. What he would do, he would go to Sonic. So I didn't know Sonic had toys too. And apparently some of Sonic toys were collectibles. He would actually take the toys home because he worked there and then resell them on eBay. So they could just be taking the toys from McDonald's and just grabbing them by the bucket, grabbing them by the handful, and just taking them home and giving them out that way.
That Bama might own a McDonald's.
Or that part. Or he can own a McDonald's and give them home that way too. So I don't know.
Could be like
that. So one time when I was in high school and I went trick-or-treating, it might have been that same year I wore the sheet. But we was trying to steal some candy.
Yo, hearing you say that shit, that nigga like I wore a sheet.
Yeah. So we called ourselves trying to steal some little kids' candy, and rolled up in Fort Washington. Rolled up on the wrong dude. Rolled up on my man John Richardson's little brother.
You know his full government name.
Right? Well, his little brother. I can't think of his name, but that dude was thorough. But anyway, we tried to steal his candy. He turned around, pulled a knife on us, and said, "Let me get your candy." I was like, "I'll be damned." And then I recognized him. I was like, "Ain't you?" And then they just walked off. We was like, "All right." But
got for the candy.
That dude later on in life, when he was in high school, stole a dude in a wheelchair. What? Yeah, in school. Like I said, he was a little out there.
That sounds like that man needs some help, mental help.
Fort Wash, life in Fort Wash.
Hey man,
yo, you got to be ruthless to hit a dude in a wheelchair, yo. Like,
hey,
that part.
I'm about to say, I've seen some things. I'd be like, damn. Like they used to have, I don't know about y'all in high school. We used to have dudes that, you know what I'm saying, would walk in the classroom and just steal you for no reason. Because that's what they was dead
Friendly
to do.
High school.
Nah, I can't say Suitland was nothing like that. We had fights in school, but you ain't just walk in the classroom, steal somebody and walk out for the hell of it.
I'm telling you, young. I got names, but I'm not going to indulge. You know what I'm saying? Like, you said what?
I don't know nothing about that.
Lafayette.
Yep.
I didn't have any experiences like that.
John, you went to a boarding school.
I went to a private boarding school, yes.
And Laffy was a knockout artist. That dude was straight knocking a ninja out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Life in Fort Wash. Y'all sleep on it.
I mean, I saw fights in middle school, but I ain't seen high school.
Gosh.
Even when I was in public school in DC, I ain't had none of that. When I went to public high school in DC for a year, but I went to Banneker. We ain't had nothing like that.
You went to Banneker.
Nobody fighting.
Yeah.
Didn't Don Juan go to Banneker?
Yeah, he went. John don't know him.
Years earlier.
Gotcha. Let's go ahead and get into this commercial right quick before some ignorant comments come through, like this one right here.
There they go.
Ignorant comments come through. Let's go ahead and just jump into
What's up, Commander?
Because all he gonna do is he gonna jump in and jump out. That's all he gonna do. So let's go ahead and hit up this commercial.
Welcome to What's Going On? My name is Demeter Joe. Each Wednesday, you can find me here at 3 p.m. I'll be over here discussing different things that are going on and try to bring you a boost of positivity for your week because we all need this. We're going to share some feel-good stories. We might find a hometown hero. We may take a look at some trending topic. And sometimes we might even find a lesson in a not-so-warm and fuzzy story if we can. I'm Demeter Joe, and I'll see you guys on the next episode right here on What's Going On?
Tune in to Millionaire Man Cave, online relationship entertainment television, Tuesdays at 8 p.m.
Tuesdays, 8 p.m. right here on Relationship Entertainment Television, better known as RETV. We appreciate y'all for tuning in because y'all could have chose to be anywhere, but y'all are right here with us, and we appreciate y'all for tuning in with us each and every Tuesday. As usual, don't forget if you are on Facebook, go ahead and subscribe to the Facebook channel. Men, if y'all are out there, we do have a Millionaire Man Cave Facebook group that y'all can actually go ahead and subscribe to as well. If you're out there on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to the Relationship Entertainment Television YouTube channel. We appreciate everybody who watches on YouTube because that's how we drive our numbers up, as well as those who are on LinkedIn, as well as the RETV Roku app. Go ahead and download the RETV Roku app. And you can also check us out on the RETV website, re-tv.net. And if you got comments, questions, concerns, or if you just want to, send in the question, your chat or something with us, we all live. Go ahead and send it into info at re-tv.net as well. Info at re-tv.net. Let's go ahead and get into this Black Twitter Files or Black X Files. Excuse me. I always screw this up every damn week. Black X Files, and it's right there on the damn screen. Every day.
I'm telling y'all, man, keep calling it Twitter. Ain't nobody letting Twitter go.
All right, well then, Black Twitter Files. Then it is Black Twitter Files, Black X Files.
I don't hear anybody calling that joint X. Do y'all?
I really
do. Y'all? Everybody still says Twitter.
Yeah, I don't know what Elon Musk did, but it's Twitter, Black X, whatever you want to call it, Black Thread. We'll call it Black Thread. Whatever you want to call it is what we're gonna call it today. John, what you got there, buddy?
Well, you don't want to see what I got here.
Uh-oh. No, I don't think I do.
No, I don't know who sent this.
Who sent what?
Oh, the googly eyes. I know what he's looking at. The ghost with the googly eyes.
That's what I was just looking at. But I'm not going to show that. Okay. Although No.
What is it that you looking at there?
Check your messages in the group.
Yeah.
I see. Which
saw
googly eyes did you talking about?
Oh, that's another one.
That's not. I did not do that. That's not mine. But
looking like Lizzo at the Halloween
Take
party.
your two-tap.
But it was looking at me, so I was looking at it. So there you go.
What up, Corey? What's up,
Corey?
What's up, Corey? All right, so I got a couple of things. I know y'all was talking about homecoming. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I figured I'll start with this homecoming of moment at the HU of note. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if y'all saw this.
The real HU?
And if you thinking about you about to show what I think you about to show, I got questions. I got questions. I got questions. I want to know why.
Oh my God. That's
So,
oh my God, the underwear is really crazy.
Inside, not
Are you kidding?
Everybody's coming to watching. I mean, people were begging. They used to let us go in the
Why?
Yo,
she was
that was hilarious. I was like, what is she doing, yo? Why did she
apparently so I was trying to figure out why, because she wasn't the only one. It was a rack of people that apparently was jumping the gate to get into the tailgating area. Apparently, so for those who know, familiar with Howard University, sits right across the street, on Georgia Avenue with a McDonald's, and apparently there's a big parking lot next to McDonald's where they do their tailgating area, and they had it roped off or blocked off so you could only put a certain amount of people in there. So everybody wanted to apparently go in, so they was jumping the gate, a damn spike gate at that, to jump to get into. I don't.
Wow.
I don't know. It made no sense to me.
But
the fact that she was going to try to do it in a dress and show everybody her
dress up, showing everybody everything.
Yo, she was pressed. That shit was crazy.
Oh,
hey, all I can say is them HU students don't seem too bright.
Yeah, exactly, Sarah. Doing the most ain't no damn way.
Yeah,
hey, what's up, Sarah?
She asked you earlier, Mike, about your sheet.
Oh, okay. I missed that one. Glad you tuned in.
That John threw me. I was like, "Whoa, why?" Really needed to get over that gate, huh? She wanted to be there that bad.
Hey, John, as
he was really doing the most.
As a delegate who actually went to an HBCU, sir, don't talk about us who how we celebrate our homecomings.
I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? It was.
Talk about us how we celebrate our homecomings.
It piqued my interest. You know what I'm saying?
What's up, Toya?
Exactly.
So, okay. So I got to ask this question: do y'all remember the group GTG or TGT?
TGT. I don't remember them, but I know about
Genuine and
Tyrese.
Oh, Tyrese. Yeah.
So apparently, they're getting back together.
And why?
They was beefing. They was beefing.
Tyrese need all the love he can get right now. You know what I'm saying?
Tyrese needs as much therapy and mental help as he can get right about now.
Right.
Why are they getting back together? I mean, like you said, they were beefing, Mike.
Yeah, they've been beefing for years.
So apparently they have reconciled. They're going to split 3 ways, whatever. I got a whole video for it, but ain't no point in watching it because I don't want to see Tank with his shirt off. But
why?
Big Swole.
Yeah, we don't need to see that. So I let that video slide. You know what I'm saying? But I forgot that there was even a group called TGT.
I never knew of the group until now.
I had to look it up. There was a song that was it was okay. You know what I'm saying? People was listening to it, but I forgot they even existed as a group. Honestly, Anyway,
I think it was the song was "I Need," wasn't it?
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah,
I'd have to hear it because I don't know it. Like I know LSG, Levert, Sweat.
That's who I was
Gill.
thinking of. That's who I was thinking of. I was thinking of LSG.
Yeah, but
they were much better group. They were a much better group together.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, but yeah, I thought that John was interesting. And now I'm going. Let's see what else we got going on here. Did y'all hear about? Oh, I got another video of her going over the fence from the other direction. But
I see one from the other direction.
Yeah. So, I mean, how would y'all feel if your wife did this?
My man.
Video go,
what?
She pampering her man.
Why?
I don't know.
That ain't bad. If it's his wife, his girl doing it.
Yeah, I mean, I would appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? I guess.
Yeah,
I don't know.
that ain't bad.
We ain't got to have a pink little thing on his head. I
want to say, why you got the pink thing on his head?
You would just rather have a white one?
Why you got the thing on his head, period?
Why he got on his head, period? I guess he's trying to keep his hair out of his face. I don't know. He got long hair.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So,
but she pampering him. I like that. I dig that.
She pampering her man. So
yeah,
I guess that's,
you know.
There's other ways to pamper your man other than squirting stuff on his face. You know, pause. There's other ways to pamper your man.
Wait a minute.
What kind of pampering you talking about?
There's other ways.
She even know how to work the clippers. She all right.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
she might be a beautician.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
She might be. She might be.
Yeah.
And
look, even Sarah said, "Whoa."
Okay,
yeah. Right.
Exactly.
So this song right here, I thought this song was hilarious, though. You gotta listen to this.
About this, if you had a choice between getting paid $500,000 in cash or lunch with Jay-Z, which would you choose?
You gotta take the money. What I'm gonna say? Yeah, I mean everything that I'm gonna say.
No, only because people say, of course you take lunch with Jay-Z because the wisdom that you would get from him would be so beneficial to you. There would only be a matter. You would take the money.
Yeah, because you got all that in the music for $10.99. That's a bad deal. I wouldn't tell you to cut a bad deal. Like
I don't
take
know.
the $500,000. Go buy some albums and listen to the albums. It's all there. If you piece it together and really listen to the music for the words, for what it is, it's all there. Everything that I said was gonna happen. Everything that I said I wanted to do, I've done. And there's the blueprint. The blueprint, literally, to me and my life and my journey is there already.
It's all in the music.
So I mean,
I like that.
That it makes sense to me. You know what I'm saying? Like I take the money because, you know, I don't know if I want. First off, I'm still trying to figure out how this dude got his hair to grow like that fast.
It ain't that fast. He been growing. I mean, you talking about that's
John,
probably been growing for like 15 years now.
His dreads is serious. I swear, at one
His
point,
dreads are ugly.
I know he's been growing his hair since at least 2015.
Sideshow
probably
Bob.
Before
it's
that.
not even a conversation. Who cares?
but I like Jay-Z. He was keeping it real. He basically was telling y'all, you know, I keep it 100. You know, everything I spit is just life. So if you sit to dinner with me, you listening to the same stuff that I've already said in my albums.
So prior to him saying that, would y'all have taken the money or taken the dinner?
Money.
Now,
Michelle Obama.
Honestly, I would have taken the money anyway because I don't plan on my trajectory doesn't follow the same path that his does, right? So, like the only thing that he could give to me would be like an opportunity to learn what kind of like stocks that he is invested in. But even we know that if you invested in stuff like that, like you get it because you got money. Because somebody comes to you because you got the money that they want to get things off the ground. It ain't the information. It ain't the information. He just happened to get into, you know, music. Music started him out, and then the things that he's been able to get his hands on past music are the things that are sustaining him.
He's got good business sense. I'll just say it that way. He, and there's lots of people out there that do. He's got good business sense. He was able to capitalize on the money he was making and made more money out of it, Right. And I mean, it's no different than a lot of successful guys. We just see him as different because he comes from the street level, Like I'm kind of interested. I'm not going to read it, but I'm kind of interested in Jeezy's, take, because he was the same way. And I want to know his story, but I don't want to read his book.
Why not?
I don't know.
Okay. I'm just curious. No, I'm just curious.
But I want to know his story though. So I might, because I do want to know his story.
So you just want the Cliff Notes version?
Basically.
No, he want the movie. He want the movie.
He want the movie. He don't even want
that
the
part.
He want the movie. Somebody
the biopic.
Gotcha. No, I don't blame you. I take the money too. Because I mean, meeting them ain't gonna do me. I will walk away probably with a little bit of more information, but it probably I highly doubt he's gonna give you that much information in a sit down dinner that will turn your life around and make because you still at the end of the day got to do the work. At the end of the day, you still got to do the work. Here's
the thing: are you going to make $500,000 off the knowledge that he gives you in that meeting? Probably not.
If you don't do the work. If you don't do the work, regardless of what he told you. You can talk to Bill Gates, you can talk to Jeff Bezos, Jay-Z, Jeezy, damn anybody who you talk to, regardless. If you don't do the work, you still in the same predicament.
Elon Musk
walking the door. Elon,
right.
You could be in the same predicament you was when you walked in that door and sat down. So
he came from money too, though, didn't he? Didn't Elon Musk come from money?
Yeah, he came from money. He had money.
Yeah, Trump came from money. Musk came from money. I don't know about Bezos.
9 times out of 10, if they have the other persuasion, they came from money. People like Jeezy and Jay-Z did not come from money. They came from the streets, which they had to sell, drugs in order to get their money. But they had a different work ethic than those of the other persuasions.
So. And so what happened was they got the money, they got the start out capital, and they parlayed that into something else. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's the reality of it.
So Ty, you said different. I don't think it's a different work ethic. I think it's the same work ethic. Their starter money came from either their parents or their starter money came from the streets. But it's the same work ethic, I think.
I don't think it's the same work ethic.
Say their parents,
there's a difference between somebody. There's a difference between somebody
Bezos and Trump.
No, man, there's a difference between.
Let me tell you something real quick. Did you know some of these white slave owners had life insurance policy on their slaves?
That's what I'm saying. It's the different work.
That's a whole nother topic, but
it is a completely different. I think, John, what were you saying? You were saying about when you come from money. Go ahead.
Right. And when you come from money, you starting from a place of I can have 12 businesses and 11 of them fail. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
That's different than having to be in a position where you like, well, shit, if this don't work, like I'm out all the money. Like that's a big difference to start from that place. You know what I'm saying? So
the difference is they know how to negotiate that too, but it's also the people who
they have people that will negotiate with them,
with and for
and
them.
not even negotiate. They got rich friends of their parents who's willing to invest, so they're not even using their own money.
You're right.
So
it is a different.
It's just totally different. It's just totally different.
They have a different start line than a Jay-Z or whoever it may be. They have a
starting line and middle line.
They start. They have a whole head start before anybody else. So and other people's money. You're right, John. That's what she said. And other people's money. Exactly.
So I mean, that's how that worked as far as I'm concerned. Like it ain't give me the money, give me the $500,000.
Yeah,
you know what
I take the 500. I take the 500,000 easy.
I'm assuming that's tax-free money.
Who gave it to you? It depends who gave it to you. Because if they give it to you with cash, you ain't don't claim that mug. What 500,000? I don't know what you're talking about.
What money?
And if I can make that 500,000 work, I might be able to sit down with Jay-Z some other time anyway.
Exactly. I mean, possibly. You never know. You never know.
Never know.
You know, we might run into those same circles.
Yeah, I'd be like, let me get a piece of what's that? What's his company? Title. Let me get a piece of Title with them.
Title. He got his hands in a couple different companies, don't he?
Yeah,
yeah. He got his hands in a couple. And that's the thing. Diversify. Don't just stick to one. Like you said, John. You know, if 11 of them fail and you still got that one, then hell, you still can go ahead and go in and redo like 10 more if you want to. You know, just use somebody else's money to do it. I mean, it just depends on how you work it. You know, it is what it is. What else?
I mean,
on the Black universe?
I got plenty more black stuff. You know, Black Twitter files.
Yeah.
Stuff,
what else is going on?
Y'all tell me how y'all feel about. Y'all heard about this whole thing with with Monique and her husband, and she was talking about. Wait, let me pull it up real fast. She's talking about why she called him daddy.
So I did hear that earlier today, but go ahead and play it.
There's no video for it.
Damn, you ain't got the audio version.
I ain't got the video. I don't got the audio for it, but I thought that John. I thought it was crazy.
Daddy.
Yeah.
Because he's raising her.
She calls him daddy because she says, let me see if I can find the video. She calls him daddy because she says that he is raising her. And that is kind of like a weird, like, how do you say your husband?
Yeah, I need context in that.
Your husband is raising you.
I don't. Maybe he was at a higher level than her, and he's bringing her up to his level. That's the only thing I can think of.
I guess. I mean, but she's been calling him daddy for years. Like, I thought it was because they was like swingers or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's what I thought.
I thought
they got an open marriage. You know?
Damn. You know, Spanish girls call their people papi. You know, I mean, same thing. Yeah. It's just a nickname to me.
Yeah, I guess.
I'm looking at
raising her. I gotta hear her story. Raising her.
I'm looking to see if I can find it right quick. I can't.
It ain't gonna be easy to find. But in the meantime, let's talk about this. This is back to the conversation we had last week about the Cheesecake Factory.
Lord. Cheesecake.
And so apparently women have now.
Yeah, that came out this week. Yeah,
they created a list of places that a man should not take a woman on the first date.
What is it? Hold on. GTFOH. Get the F out of here. That's all I mean,
look, I had a conversation again today with my coworkers about it. And I was like, look, the truth of the matter is that everybody don't have money to be spending on some random chick. Like going out to some nice restaurant all the time, only to turn out that she just was looking for a meal. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, if I take you to Olive Garden, then you better enjoy them daggone breadsticks. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy the breadsticks, because that's all you getting out of me. And if it work out, then we cool.
And people, hold on, we are talking first freaking date,
right?
That's my thing. On a first date, you're getting to know somebody. I am not spending a whole hell of cash just to get to know you.
Right. Yeah.
I've seen several women who have,
miss me with that
whole list because they just think it's bull. And I agree, it is bull. Like, why not? I did hear one person say that they would go with all of them except for number 15 to the gym. Why would you take them to the gym on the first date? Other than that, they would do the rest of it.
Yeah, that is weird for sure.
Oh no, exercise people, they might. Sarah's an exercise person. She might dig that. You tell me, Sarah. I don't know, but they need to take. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they do. They do.
I want to know.
If they got this list, they need to be alone.
But this is what I want to know, right? Because it's 2023, right? Why women not taking men out? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, hold up.
The backstory, yeah, we talked about that last week.
Yeah, we talked about that last
week.
Yeah, they relate. So thus, it was her fault. Yes, we know. Keyword first is first.
But I mean,
first date, right?
First date. But the truth is, like, what if women coming up with lists like this? What they taking? What they taking men? What you taking me on our first?
How about that,
John? You opening up a whole nother can of worms because you know damn well, unless you married, she ain't taking you nowhere.
But you know what? I tell you what, my wife did take me on our first.
That's why. When you were dating.
Yeah, and you know where she took me? Took me to Olive Garden, and I married her.
Right, okay. You got low ass standards. No, I'm joking.
I like Toya Staples.
So
we went to Cheesecake Factory.
There she goes.
And a year later, we bought a house.
And you know what? And that's
Toya,
thank you for saying that, because that is exactly. So I was standing in my office with another male who's married, right? And we talking to two females who are not married, and they saying that they want to go to more expensive restaurants. I was like, let me tell you what you are listening to right now. And this is what I was telling them in my office. I was like, you got two men here who married the women who we went to like regular restaurant. They went out. He was saying that him and his wife, before they got married, they went out and got tacos. And I was like, and my wife took me out to Olive Garden. And I was like, we spent more time worrying about getting to know each other than who was going to pay the most for the meal. Yeah. And so when females are focused on how much the meal costs, that's not what a dude wants. He might have the money, but it shouldn't be about that. If you really, if I'm out there in the world, if I'm out there in the dating world and I'm looking for somebody to be with long term, I want somebody who want me for me, not because I could, pay X number of dollars for a meal. I might have the money, but that don't mean I should be come out the pocket like that.
If you are counting my coins,
right,
I don't need you. I don't need you. If you counting my money,
right there,
I don't need you.
That's what's up. And that's why these females out here is still single.
Exactly. But no, still single. But there's a lot of dudes that entertain this stuff. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of. That's why it's getting traction.
But you know why they entertaining it? You know why they entertaining it? Because they don't know no better. They don't know no better.
That's true too. We got to teach our men better.
They think they got a flaws. They think they got a. They don't say floss no more. Do they say floss anymore?
No,
Flex,
nobody.
Floss.
Nobody says that, sir. Nobody says that. Nobody says floss, sir. Nobody. Says
they don't say. They don't say
that
fleek.
Trinity.
They don't say fleek anymore. No,
fleek. They don't say.
They might say that
it's
Trinity
on
College.
They don't say fleek either. They don't say that. Go ahead.
They don't say.
Look, I wouldn't. I don't know. I wouldn't know if they said it because I don't go. I ain't haven't been back to Trinity in years.
But people,
you're right, Toya. It is ego.
That's what I was gonna say. To her point. Hold on. What's this from Sarah?
Coffee. There you go.
Exactly.
I don't know, Sarah. I don't know about ice cream though. I don't know about ice cream. I can't do.
People be hating on ice cream. That's because y'all lactose intolerant. That's because y'all lactose intolerant.
Gonna give you gas.
My body don't handle ice cream the way it used to.
Gonna give you gas.
Yeah.
I love ice cream. So ice cream, coffee. I mean, the whole point of a first date is getting to know somebody better. So, I don't want to take you to a place that's loud. I don't want to take you to a place that is going to have a bunch of distractions. I just want to chill and get to know you.
Sarah, are you trying to get me to take you out? I am a married man.
Frozen yogurt and some wine, she says, John.
Now, hey, I agree with the wine because the wine will get them to open up and maybe open up.
Olive Garden got wine. They give you a whole glass for free.
You say that. Y'all say that you know what I'm saying, that you wouldn't want to take us to a loud place or a quiet place or whatever kind of place. Like, you might want to reconsider because, you know what I'm saying, that's probably a side that you'll never, you know what I'm saying?
I see you, sir.
She was responding to John. She said you was lactose intolerant.
So why might you?
I'm just saying because you might see a side of them that might irritate your soul.
Yeah,
but that's the point. I want to see that side.
I would agree. That is the point. I need to know. I don't want to go somewhere.
But that's what I'm saying.
And if you irritate my soul, then I know not to take you out no more. I don't want to take you somewhere where
then you will be on the way out.
I mean, you think about it though. If you spending your whole time, let's say you spending your whole time trying to impress somebody, right? You already putting your representative out there first, right?
Right.
So you're trying to impress somebody, then what you are getting back in return from them is not the true version of like who they are.
Exactly.
Because like that's not. I mean,
so that's where the conversations come in, John. Because eventually, and I don't know about everybody, but from my experiences, and I've had a few, with getting to know somebody, it usually comes out with the conversations. The real what's underneath the representative. It peeks out there every now and then in real conversation. So that's the point of having those conversations.
Agreed.
So I can see through that representative and see what you really about.
Yeah.
Then don't take me around your family because your mama going to tell me your real business.
Hey, I found that video about Monique right quick. I found the whole thing where she was talking about calling her husband daddy.
Monique explained why she calls her husband daddy. Take a look.
And a lot of Black women would say, why do you call him daddy?
Precious.
Because he's raising me. He's raising me. My father probably stopped giving me what I needed when I was around 13 years old. So now you got a woman that's 13, and now I'm 35, and now I got a bunch of money, what we consider to be a bunch of money. Let me just speak real clear about that, okay? Now I got this money. Now I'm taking care of everybody. Who gonna check me, boo? Who gonna make me grow up?
I disagree.
You know what? I don't disagree. I actually don't disagree. I agree with her.
Well, then I'm gonna go first. I'm gonna go first. So I disagree because she's saying, and what 13 is a general age. So she's saying that I stopped learning what I needed to learn from him when I was 13. That's because you basically stopped accepting his wisdom at 13. There are many women out there that still accept the wisdom from their father when they are 22, when they are starting to make money, and that even the father doesn't have, but the father has that wisdom to tell you, hey, you need to slow down a little bit with that money, So she just stopped accepting her father at 13. I don't see that for everybody.
And from my understanding, before you go, John, from my understanding, it's not like her husband came from a bunch of money. So I don't know what he's teaching her differently than her father would have taught her. And I don't know her backstory to know the situation about her father. So I don't know why at 13 she stopped looking at her dad versus, now picking up.
I just went off that statement. I don't know her story either. I just went off the statement. That's what it sounded like.
This is what I'll say. This is one thing that I believe. I believe that foundationally, the things that we teach our kids begin to be put into action by the time they hit teenage years. Okay. So you are no longer the parent for them. They are learning more things from the world. Like there's a certain point when they hit teenage years, they stop listening to us as parents. I'm just thinking about it from a parent perspective. And they start putting the things that we hopefully instilled in them as young kids into action as young adults, as teenagers.
Okay.
So and with that because they just stop, they don't want to spend time around us in teenage years, not as much time, right? They are listening to other people more. And so in some ways, if you are surrounding yourself with people who are checking you, who are holding you accountable, that's the type of people you want to be around. Now, I don't agree with her calling her husband daddy, but I do agree that at some point we are put into a place. I believe my wife does the same thing for me. You know what I'm saying? I have grown so much over the past almost 14 years of being married because I've had to take the lessons that I learned early on in life and now put those into action in my marriage, in my relationship. You know what I'm saying? And having people around me who will hold me accountable, who will ask the question, who will, push back, who will say to me, nah, we shouldn't do that now. Like, that's not a good idea. Let's not spend the money on that. is something that you only get from somebody who, in most cases, has your best interest at heart, as opposed to somebody who's like, let's go to the expensive restaurant, let's burn through the money, let's do this, that, and the other thing. If you take what Monique is saying right there, and you juxtaposition it with what Sherry Shepherd, which I didn't put Sherry Shepherd on here, but if you heard about what Sherry Shepherd went through with her husband, right? So her first child by her first marriage, her first child has like special needs. Okay. So she didn't want to have any more kids.
Yeah.
She didn't want to have any more kids. Her husband was pushing for her to have more kids. Her second husband pushing for her to have more kids. She didn't want to have no more kids. So they ended up having a surrogate. Okay. They are now divorced. You know what this Negro is doing? What? He is getting spousal support from her for a baby she didn't carry. And he made her work 2 jobs so he could stay at home.
Damn.
So,
all right, hold on.
You tell me.
Yeah, bring it back, John.
Sound like pimping to me. Sound like pimping to me.
Yeah.
You tell me if she was in a relationship with somebody who had her best interests at heart, somebody who was holding her in high regard, somebody, you know what I'm saying? That's a very big difference than what Monique believes is happening in her relationship.
Yeah. So,
is that always happening? I don't know.
So here's my deal. Yeah, that raisin stuff sounds like a weird. Yeah, it does. It really is weird. So and that kind of goes into what I was going to say. I do see, and from my experiences and my friends and and just paying attention to the world, I have seen a lot of teenagers, men, women, teenagers, separate their ideals from their parents while they were teenagers. But it usually comes back around, like around 23, 25. It usually comes back around because these teenagers are now grown. They're in the world. They're experiencing stuff, and they recognize the wisdom that they can gain from the people who are already there. We didn't see that as teenagers. I was the same. I was the same. I wanted to get out. Didn't want anything to do with my parents, other than them supporting me. But by the time I hit 25, I recognized what they could bring to my life still. I recognized that, well, damn, I'm going to be 40 one day. What's that going to look like? What are you doing now, Dad? You know what I'm saying? What are you doing now, Mom? When you got married, what was it like? That stuff you don't think about when you were a teenager. But when you hit around 23, 25, it comes back around.
In their lives, Mike, because there may be some people who don't have parents in their lives. Toya says she understands what she means, but she doesn't agree with the phrase "raising me." That sounds parental. Now we have learned from one another and grew up, which pretty much is what John was saying. But my husband is not raising me.
Thank you.
To that point, and
the wording is wrong. The wording is all
the wording of raising her. I mean, because if you're 35 and your husband is still raising you, you're a grown-ass woman. Your husband is still raising you, then there's an issue. If you want to call him daddy, if you want to call him daddy, call him daddy. That's your prerogative. That's your marriage. That's your business. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. You can't lie and say that ain't none of y'all say you've been in the bedroom and ain't tell your lady or your girl, or your wife or whatever, whose is this? Call me daddy. But but that's different than the
right. That's different.
She calls him, because like John said, she's been calling him daddy for years. She's really been calling him daddy, and I think they've been together since they were near teenagers, if I'm not mistaken. They've been together for a minute. Yeah, they've been together for a long minute. So maybe
but as a grown woman, he is no longer raising you. Stop saying that.
No. Yeah.
You might learn from him, but he ain't raising you.
Yeah,
you should be in a woman.
You should be in a relationship with somebody who challenges you to be a better person, like John said. To be different than you were when you met them on day one. You are no longer going to Olive Garden. You are now going to Ruth Chris. Ain't that right, John? Is that where you now going with Winston-Salem money? And Donnell was actually contributing to the alumni fund.
I can tip with that money, Donnell. Come on, now, you gotta pay you.
Your dues could be his tip.
That's right. No, it's not. But it's true. That's how much the dudes are. Them Jones is not that expensive. It's tip money.
Speaking of Mr. Reasonable and Donnell, we're gonna get into roles in the household.
Bull. We gotta get into these roles, dog.
We're gonna get into a very short, very, very, very short commercial break.
Hey, it's your girl Tia Robertson. I'm the host of Entrepreneur Insider. Every Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern for entrepreneurs and news that you need to know about. See you there.
Well, they do that, cause we do that though. I see you talking, so we gon' take it though. And yeah, talking cheap, so don't do that though. My click 100 deep.
Yes, the answer is that was a very short commercial break. For those who wanted to know, I'm not going to point them out.
I stand corrected.
Don't underestimate me in my short commercial break, sir. Let's get into our topic for tonight. I know we've been behind. Show started late, but let's go ahead and get into our topic for tonight. Roles in a household. What we got?
All right, so I guess I'll just go ahead and kick it off and get straight to the point. In your opinion, what does it mean to be like the man in a family household? Like, what does that look like for y'all?
That's a good question. That's a very good question. What does it look like to be a man in a household? You look intelligent.
Yeah. Let me. So I guess to kind of to speed up the conversation. I was on social media and I saw these pictures and I was just like, would I do it? You know what I'm saying? And if I would, why would I? Because you know what I'm saying? But I don't know. So show the pictures for
me. So you want to see the pictures that I accidentally showed earlier? Would you do this?
Would you do this?
No.
To be in the man in your household?
No.
You wouldn't, Mike? Why not?
No. Because that ain't me.
Okay.
Y'all could do that.
Mike knees ain't pretty. Mike knees ain't pretty.
So here's my deal. And I thought about this. No, seriously, I thought about this when that picture came out. The dudes in ballet don't wear tutus. They just wear their leotard. So
but I don't think it's about tutus, though, Mike. Honestly, I don't think it's about tutus. And, I
thought it was about ballet and tutus and dancing and all that. They want to make her feel like she was special in that aspect.
Is that support, or is that even acceptable?
That's what I'm saying. So I could support, and I still wear a male leotard versus wearing a female tutu.
Why you gotta wear a leotard?
Does that make sense? Does that make sense?
So
why you gotta wear a leotard?
That's my thing, John.
Because I'm supporting my daughter. My daughter's into dance. My daughter's into that life. So the leotard, the tutu, that's part of that life. Yeah, I support her. I'll do that. That's fine.
But but as a father, of boys. You don't wear a football uniform when your son playing football.
Yes, I do.
I got a jersey.
You go out there. No, you don't.
I got a jersey. I got my son. I got one of my sons. I got a couple of my sons' jersey for football, but I still don't think
a jersey. That's different.
Part of the uniform. But
Yeah,
I will watch football on Sunday. I will watch football on Sunday. My team with my team's jersey, football pads, and the helmet.
Come on now. Okay, wearing your child's jersey is one thing. For instance, okay, let me put it like this. I don't have daughters, but if my daughter was in dance, I'd be like, dance dad. That's what my shirt would say.
Okay.
I have a dance dad shirt on.
I dig that.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I would do. I wouldn't. Thank you. I wouldn't. Wait, did you mean do that on purpose? Did you mean do that?
I don't think Daniel did it. I don't think he realized he did it.
He put the thumbs up.
I don't think he realized he did it.
All right.
But that's what I would do. I would have a dance dad shirt. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be out there with no leotard or no tutu.
Wait.
Like,
but John, are we talking about being out in the street or taking some?
I'm talking about being I'm talking about taking
a photo shoot. That's different.
But why? But why? Like, why you gotta go to that length? You know what I'm saying? Your daughter knows you support her without you putting on the. Because okay. Let me put it to you like this. You want to support. Let's say she is in a play, okay? And let's say the play that she in is Encanto, okay? She the main character in Encanto. You gonna wear the Encanto dress like she got on in the play?
Encanto is honestly. I do
No.
not know Encanto.
It's the Spanish Disney movie.
Yeah,
no.
It's a musical.
But I
you know
might,
what I'm saying? She in the musical. She dressed up in an outfit. You gonna wear that?
I might wear the male lead's outfit.
Why? Why not just say the dad? You know what I'm saying?
That's
possible. The dad.
So okay. So again, my thing is, and people see support in different ways, right? I mean, that let's just call it like it is. People will see support in different ways. I might feel like I can. So here's the thing: I can versus I have to. I feel like I can support my daughter and wear an Encanto outfit or a play outfit or a dance outfit, but it's going to be a male outfit. I'm not going to wear a female outfit just because she's a female. No, but I will support her and I might wear a male outfit. Yes, that doesn't go beyond my scope.
I feel you, Toy.
What it say?
So like people in the comments, they killing me. You know what I'm saying? Like some people are like, oh, that's so cute, blah 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 blah. And
yeah.
Like, the hell it is. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like how does a woman respect the man in a relationship that will wear like women's clothes?
So I before you continue, Mike, let me.
You don't have to.
Before you continue, Mike, let me.
Go ahead,
my bad. You can go for a minute. Let me disagree with all y'all for 2.5 seconds. And the reason I disagree with all y'all for 2.5 seconds, especially considering the two of y'all are girl dads, it has nothing to do with the mother.
Me.
And so is Donnell. It has nothing to do with the mother. It has nothing to do about your own personal pride. It's about what you're doing for your daughter and showing her that not only do you support her, but that if your daughter come to you, like I've seen plenty of dudes, paint their nails, let their daughters, have tea parties and make their faces up and paint their nails and all of that stuff. If you are secure enough in yourself as a man, you ain't doing this for your wife. You ain't doing this for your household. You're doing this for your daughter. And you are showing her that you can support her, you can be there for her, you can be secure enough in what you're doing, and also let her know that, I'm a dude. However, I'm doing this for my daughter because I love you, and I want to show you that, if mommy ain't gonna do it or whatever the case may be, I'm gonna do whatever I want to do for my daughter. Me personally, now mind you, my daughter came, we got a blended family, so my daughter never asked me to do none of this stuff. But if she had, when she was younger, now she older, and hell no, I ain't doing that shit. But if she was younger, under the age of 10, and was like, hey dad, can we dress up and dance around the house? Guess what? I'm dressing up and dancing around the house. If we dress up and take pictures, okay, guess what? I'm dressing up and taking pictures to play around.
Draw the line.
It has why though? Why?
That's where I draw the line. All right, so my daughter has painted my nails.
Okay.
You know, so yes, I agree with you to a point. A public photo shoot, I'm going to present myself as a man. I'm going to support my daughter, let her know that I supported her by wearing my leotard, you know, as a male dancer. So I'm going to support her. She's going to feel my support as a man, but I don't have to support her as a female just because she's a female.
You don't have to do anything but stay black and die. You don't have to do anything but stay black and die and pay taxes, dog. So you don't have to do anything. It's the option of doing. None of this is. He didn't have to do it. He didn't. Nobody has to do anything. So you can use the word have to. No, you don't have to. But the simple fact that you want to do something for your daughter in that aspect, and I agree with Toya. Don't get me wrong. I'm a man all day long. And when it comes to my wife and when it comes to all that stuff, yes, I'm a man. I'm going to do a man. I'm going to wear and I'm going to do man shit. And I'm all that stuff all day long. But when it comes to my daughter, when it comes to letting her know that I am there to support her and this, that, and the third, then I'm all going to support her in that.
Well, I'll say this, Ty, you know what I'm saying, to the whole point of roles in a household. Like on the flip side of that, I absolutely want my kid's mom to be the mother, you know what I'm saying, the soft woman, you know what I mean? Like I don't need a woman to play a man, you know what I'm saying, or be the man to my kids.
Just because he's a boy.
Just because he's a boy or a girl.
Okay. No, I'm just flipping the role.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, call me old fashioned. You know what I mean?
You are.
But
you are.
Hey, it is what it is.
Look, we talking earlier about raising your kids, right? And like, you know, the things you teach them, right? What I'm telling my boys is, look here. You can support your family in many different ways. But one way you don't have to dress like the opposite sex in order to support your children. I love my boys, right? If I had a daughter, I would love my daughter as well. But that doesn't mean that I have to do. I don't even have to. Even if I can't make the game, make the event, that doesn't mean I don't support my kids, right? So why I got to go to the extreme of support by saying I'm going to dress like, you know, what she got to wear at the event? No, you know what you need to learn? If you don't want to wear the tutu, you know what? If you're going to be in this event, if you're going to do this, you need to put the tutu on. That's part of being in this event, being in this activity. That's what they asking you to do. You need to do it. And I ain't got to dress up along with you. Your sister ain't got to dress up along with you. Your mama ain't got to dress up along with you. That's your activity. You want to do it, you going to do it. So at some point, you gotta separate that. And if you are doing it as a joke, if it's a Halloween costume, whatever. But like they need to understand that at some point they have to do things because they need to do it, not because they need somebody to coerce them into doing it by doing it with them.
And
I want
that translate. I'm about to say that would translate into their adulthood too.
Right.
Yes, it does. You don't.
You want to? What if your daughter came home with a man who wore a dress?
Right, because that's what you portrayed as being cool. Okay, so hold on, because I don't want to get things twisted.
Yeah, because it's completely twisted based on.
I am okay. So to give my rebuttal to what you said earlier, Ty. No, you don't have to do anything. You're right. You don't have to do anything, but you do, you know, you have these pressures sometimes to do for your kids things that will support them. You can support them and still be your own. You're supporting them
disagree with that. Nobody disagree with that at all.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's what I'm saying. You're supporting them as your own. And
You
so
can wear a shirt that says dad girl, or you can
Right.
say I support my daughter in dance.
You
or
can wear that leotard,
you know, but
but
whatever the case may be, you don't have to do nothing. So that's my whole point. No, you don't have to. But if they are at a younger age, because again, you train up your child in which the way they should go, they not depart from it. So, but if you are training up your child so that way, you know, you are supporting them, and then they get older, you're teaching them. And you do it one time, it ain't like, oh my God, my daddy dressed in the tutu one time. Now I gotta go date me. Stop giving up thumbs up, dude.
Hold
now,
I just thought.
Now I gotta date. Now I gotta date a guy in the dress and this, that, and the third. And no, I mean, you are still in your child's life. You doing it one time. Like, what's the big deal?
So hold on. You brought up a really good point, and I'm gonna take it back to this. This kind of goes back to John's point too. One time or every now and then, or one time, whatever, is different, you know. So in other words, I might, you know, if the case called for it, I might put on that tutu. If it is the situation. Because all we did is we saw a picture, right? We saw a picture. We don't know what's behind that picture. We don't know what led up to that picture. I dressed as a cheerleader for pom-pom football when I was in high school.
You mean powder puff football?
Yeah, powder puff. Yeah, I said pom-pom, my bad. Powder puff. I wore a cheerleader skirt. It was damn that I fit it, but I did. You know, because I've always had a wide stature, so I was lucky to fit one. But yeah, I mean, I did that, and so, but that was what the time, that specific instance called for. So the reason I brought that up is we don't know what the specific instance was that called for this dude to put on the tutu for his daughter. We really don't. We just saw a picture.
He didn't have to do it. He didn't have to do it.
Right. Yeah. And that's why I agree with you in that point.
Have to do it. It's the simple fact that he did it one time. We don't know if he did it one time or many times.
We don't know what the situation was.
Regardless of if you do it one time or 10 times, what you instill into your child, whether it's a girl, boy, or anything else for that matter.
Yes.
Because it doesn't matter. It doesn't mean if you.
So I'm agreeing with you.
Just like people say, oh my God, a guy was raised by, a guy was raised by his grandmother or his mother, so he's gonna be gay. That does not necessarily mean he's gonna be gay. That just means, who knows what the real reason he's gay. But just because you dressed up in the skirt does not necessarily mean that she's gonna bring home a guy who dresses in, drag or whatever, like you said a minute ago. That means nothing. You teach your child, regardless. That's why I say if you do it when they're at a younger age and you talk to them and you are still masculine around the house, you're still the disciplinarian, you're still the provider, you're still all of those things in the house that your daughter gets to see 99.9% of the time, other than that 0.1% of the time that you chose to support her in the dress. Come on, be more.
So I agree with you.
But I don't think that has anything with being insecure either, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, so Mike, I'm very familiar with the powder puff. I'm not going to participate. You know what I'm saying? Because that's not my thing. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I like the games, but I'm not doing it. And that's just, I mean, that's.
But that's your choice,
like.
Right.
But at the same time,
there were a lot of football players who did. There were some who didn't.
If I was in a household full of women and all of them wore tutus, I'm not putting one on.
And you don't have to. You don't have to.
It's your choice.
It's your choice. You don't have to.
Now, the powder puff, like I said, that was a specific situation. I mean, I'm not walking down the street wearing a tutu. Now, if I wanted to, God damn it, I will. I'm still a man. Whether I wear a dress or whether, and this is another topic, another situation, but I'm a man no matter what the hell I wear.
I hear that.
So, I mean,
okay, so I think
the alphabet letter will say the same thing.
Right, yeah, and that's kind of where I'm going. That's kind of because those alphabets, they are still, if they consider themselves men, whether they wear a dress, whether they wear whatever, they're still a man.
And I think we are. So I would love to. I know.
So, but this is a whole nother topic,
right? I don't know how much more time we're gonna take with this roles in the household thing, but I do think that there is a bigger piece to this, right? Like, and from my perspective, I think the bigger conversation is not just around what he wore in this particular moment, or I mean that picture.
Because that's just a picture.
That picture has its own kind of things that go along with it, right? But I think there's a bigger conversation that has to happen around like what roles in the house mean, right? When you say roles in the household, what does that mean? Because honestly, I do the laundry in the house. You know what I'm saying? Like and a lot of that has to do with the fact that if I want the shit done right, I'm gonna do it myself. Like I'm there. I will wash the laundry. I will fold the laundry, but I ain't about to put that shit back in your drawers for you. So you guys got to do that shit, right? But right, so but I mean, you know,
I believe a pile at your door. It's like, clean, but it's a pile at your door,
right? And I will do the dishes in the house. You know what I'm saying? I will be the one to, you know, run the kids here, there, whatever, because it's part of being a part of the household, not because, you know, I'm the man of the house. It's because I'm part of the household, and like we all need to pitch in, do our part, whatever. So if you're talking about household in general, that's the reality of it. If you're talking about raising a daughter, again, I don't have a daughter, so that's all disclaimer all the time. Like I wouldn't even have a problem if she wanted to paint my nails. You know what I'm saying? If that was the only way I was going to ever let her wear nail polish at the age of 5, is if we were sitting there playing with the nail polish together. Cool, we could do that. Yeah. No big deal. Yeah. But I will take that shit off directly before I go to work. Like it ain't going. I'm not about to wear it to work, and that's because that's me. That's who I am. How I feel about it, not because she didn't do a good job with it, or because that's not what that's just me. Like that's how I feel about it. I'm also not gonna ask my wife to change a tire. You know what I'm saying?
I was gonna say, bring up Toya's point. I don't mean to cut you off, John, but but I wanted to say, as far as roles are concerned, I feel like a lot of these roles that we attain to roles are gender roles, and when there really shouldn't be a gender role.
So would you agree?
Hold up before you go there. I feel like the role should be set as a mother or as a father. You know, go ahead with your point. I feel like those are the roles.
So do you agree or disagree that there's no such thing as a boy toy or a girl toy? It's just a toy?
I mean, I agree with that. I let my sons. I had to get beyond.
I've grown to that.
My sons they love dolls. My sons love dolls when they was growing up. It was mostly like stuffed animals and stuff like that. But every once in a while, they grab a little doll as well. And I had to step back on that. I was like, you know what? It is what it is.
Me too.
Like,
Me too. So I was going to say. Yeah, no. I don't want to say it was a thing, but I had to grow to it, John. You know, to your point, because I had to realize that shit, G.I. Joe men were dolls. They were just male dolls. Okay, you know, so
they take away
a female doll
men clothes
plays
versus female clothes.
A female doll plays. Hold on. A female doll plays a female role, and a male doll plays a male role. Now, what were you saying, Donnell? I'm sorry.
No, I'm saying should they take gender out of men's clothing and women's clothing and just say clothes?
I think that's where we're headed. Honestly, I feel like people in these upcoming generations, I don't know the names of the generations, X, Z, what's after Z, Y, and then there's another one.
Unknown.
After so I feel
generation. Like I'm about to say the lost generation.
The lost. Well, I'll even call it that, the lost generation, because I feel like the roles and not the roles. I'm gonna stick to roles because, like I said, I think roles are non-gender. I feel like roles are mother, nurturing, father, protective. I feel like roles are son, aspiring to be, daughter, aspiring to be. So in that aspect, I feel like roles are not what they used to be, but at the same time, they are still standard. A role is not gender specific, but it's specific to what they do. Does that make sense?
I mean,
a man can fulfill a role. Just so this all started with single mothers. A single mother can fulfill that role of the dad, even though she's never a dad. She could be the protector. She could be the provider, and that's fine. So I think the roles are non-gender specific. As we continue in this world.
As a man who grew up in a house full of women, I will tell you this.
Okay.
My mother could only teach me so much about being a man. And so at some point I had to find men in my life who could teach me what it meant to be a man. And
you sought that out, right?
I had to, because there was nothing she could do for me, and
it was like a disconnect.
My mother happens not to be like the super emotional, quote unquote, feminine energy, right? That's not my mother. But even beyond that, I had to learn what it meant to be a man, a husband, a father. Right. And that was not going to come from a mother. That was not going to come from my mother. And so within the household, I was not going to get that from her. Right. And that's why both parents are so important in the household. So in terms of how roles in the household play out, they have to play out like that's why, and I've said this before, I believe it takes both parents to be involved in the child's life. Not because of the duties that exist in the house, not because I need to take out the garbage, not because I need to, fix things X, Y, and Z. Like my wife could be the type of woman who is better at fixing stuff than I am.
Exactly.
Right. And that's all well and good. But the important thing that my sons will and are learning from me is that if I want to be a father, if I want to be a husband, then these are the things that I need to be able to like transfer onto them, the understanding that I have of what that means. My wife does not know how to tie a tie. My wife does not know what it means.
You may not. As a man, you may not.
You're right, but that's why I had to seek out men who knew how to do those things. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So that I can learn those things, right? But it's, and if that's only if I care enough about wearing a tie. Some people don't. It's not a big deal, right? That's not a big deal. But in terms of being the head of the house, like I have to be willing to take on that understanding of what that means first, right? And understand that as a man, if I'm going to be the head of the house, then I have to be as level-headed as I can possibly be in that environment. I have to be willing to show my emotions in that environment, and that's something that men are not getting. That's the emotional part of being a man that is lost in what is happening, and it's lost because we're not seeing enough men do that. And so I would prefer to see men show those things, show emotion, show vulnerability, you know what I'm saying? Then I would prefer to see more of that than I see a man dressing in a dress or a tutu,
okay,
or whatever. Because I want, if I had a daughter, I would want her to see a man being vulnerable and know that that's the kind of man that you need to have in your life, not the one that is going to wear nail polish and a tutu or a dress or whatever. You need a man who is going to share with you how he's feeling and his emotions and what's going on with him as well, and feel comfortable in that.
That part, I appreciate that, John. I think that should be all our time for today. You know what I'm saying? But, nah, seriously. But real talk, like that pretty much sums it up for me. And you know what I'm saying? Like you put it in words, you know what I'm saying, how I feel about, you know what I'm saying, the situation. So I'm good with that. Not saying that I had to be, but I just agree. But yeah. Over
thumbs
to you,
up
Ty.
again. Do that thumbs up again, Mr. Reasonable. Oh, it didn't do it.
It didn't do it.
It's broke.
There you go. There you go.
It's broke. Yo, we do appreciate y'all for tuning in. Another episode of Millionaire Man Cave right here on Relationship Entertainment Television. Thanks, Toya. Bucks all day. NBA just started. A season just started. So I know the Lakers and
Milwaukee, huh?
Yeah, the Lakers
Milwaukee.
and Denver is on right now. I don't know about
Wizards. Go Wizards.
Yeah, so y'all go watch some NBA seasons, games or whatnot. But yeah, we do appreciate y'all for tuning in. Yeah, we can continue the conversation because I know this is the heavy conversation, heavy topic. John touched on some good points. Mike touched on some good points. I touched on some good points. Donnell touched on some good points. We can continue this conversation, whether it's your Entertainment Television YouTube channel or on Facebook. So y'all go ahead and continue the conversation over there, and we can kind of get more into it, or even next, or not next week, because next week I think it's Halloween. I think we're taking off for next week. So until next time, how about that? We will see y'all and be easy, y'all. Peace.